Hello, my name is Ardi and we are going to solve this problem here. The question is using nodal analysis, find V0 in the circuit of figure 3.63. Okay, this is the circuit and now let's draw some helpful things that will help us in solving this circuit here. Okay, let's set this bottommost node here as our ground here. What does the ground mean? That means that the voltage in this node is 0. So let's write that. So I will have V is equal to 0. Good. Now what else that we can get from here? Here, this node is 100 volt from the ground, right? So I will have 100 volt in this node, right? Because the difference between this node and that node has to be 100, and 100 minus 0 is 100, right? So I will have 100 in this node here. Now what else that we can do? We can also have this value of this node here. The difference between this node and that node has to be 50, but remember that the negative sign is here, so I will have minus 50 volt from here. So I will have 0 minus 50, that will equal to 50 volt like that, right? And then this node here is V0 from the ground, right? Remember that we are given this VO. So I will have VO is also here, right? That is VO from the ground. And that is one of the node that we are looking for. And we have some unknown nodes here, okay? Maybe because this is VO or V0, let's name this as V1, right? Fair enough. Because this is V0, this is V1. Good. Now what we need to do is to assume the direction of the current, right? So the easiest one is this current here, because the arrows going to the right, we just follow it, so it will goes to the right, and that means that this branch here have the current goes up, and this branch have the current goes down like that, right? But for the others, we can assume it arbitrarily. So for the horizontal one, I usually assume it is going to the right. So I will have this goes to the right, and this one also goes to the right. And for the vertical one, I usually assume it going down. So this will go down, and this was going down also. Good. Now what we need to do is we apply KCL at V0 and also at V1. Okay, let's start by using KCL at V0. So let's do that. So I will have KCL at V0. What does KCL say? KCL said that the sum of the current that goes in will equal to the sum of the current that goes out, right? Okay, let's see here which current goes in and which current goes out. Okay, the first one is this one. This current is going into V0, but that is 12.5 ampere, right? So I'll have 12.5. Good. And what is the other current that goes into this node here? That is this one here. So I'll have plus, but this current is unknown, but we can infer Ohm's law to this current here. Where the current comes from? It comes from V1, so let's write V1 first. And then the current goes to V0, so I'll have V1 minus V0. And then divide that by the resistance between them. So I will have 2 ohm here. So here we will have 2, like this. Good. And the other 2 currents are going out, so I will have equal sign here. And start from here. So I will have, again, we can have this current calculated by the Ohm's law. Where the current comes from, that will be V0. Where the current goes to, it goes to the ground, which is 0. So I'll have V0 minus 0. And then divide that by the resistance between them, which is 4. So I'll have 4 here. Good. And then this current is going out, so I will have plus sign here. And then where the current comes from, it comes from V0. Okay. And then where does it go? It goes to minus 50. So we have to be careful here because this is minus and then minus again here. So I'll have it like this and divide this by the resistance between them, which is 8. Okay. Now I want to get rid all of this denominator. How to do that? Let's multiply both sides of the equation here by 8, right? Because it will cancel out all the denominator, right? So let's do exactly that. 12.5 multiplied by 8 is 100. Then 2 and 8 will cancel into 4. So I will have 4 multiplied by this numerator. So I will have 4v1. And then minus 4v0. Okay, and that will equal to 4 and 8 will cancel into 2. So I will have 2v0. Okay, and then 8 and 8 will cancel each other. And then we will have plus. So I will only have the numerator, right? Because this will cancel each other. So I will have v0. And then minus and minus becomes plus. So I will have plus 50. Good. We can now rearrange this, right? 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 4. That will be 7 v0, right? 7 v0. And then v1 only comes from this term, so I can move v1 to the right hand side, right? Yeah, so I will have minus 4v1. Okay, and then 100 minus 50, that will be 50. Good. And now let's save this as equation number 1. Okay, that's good. Now let's move on to another KCL, which is on v1 here. So let's do exactly that. So let's do KCL at v1. KCL said that the sum of the current that goes in will equal to the sum of the current that goes out. Okay, there is no current that goes into v1, so I can just put 0 on the left hand side, and on the right hand side I will have this current here, which is 12.5. Okay, good. That is the first current that is going out. And then this current also going out, so we can also put that. So I will have v1 where the current comes from, and then v0 where the current goes to, and divide that by the resistance between them. So I will have 2 ohm here. And then the last current is this one, so I will have plus. Where the current comes from is v1, okay. And then where the current goes to is 100, so I'll have minus 100. And then the resistance between them is 1 ohm, so I'll have 1 here. Okay, let's multiply both sides by 2. Why? Because I want to cancel out all the denominator here. So I'll have 0 here, and then 12.5 multiplied by 2, that will be 25. And then these 2 will cancel each other, so I'll have v1 minus v0. Okay, and then this one will be plus 2v1 minus 200, right? Because we multiply this numerator by 2. Good. Okay, now what can we get from here? I think we can move this 25 to the left hand side. So I'll have minus 25 plus 200. And that will equal to minus v0. And then plus 3v1. Okay, and we will have minus v0. And then plus 3v1 is equal to 175. Okay. Now what can we do from here? Let's save this for equation number 2, right? And what can we do here is to solve for v0 and for v1. So I will have solve 1 and 2. Okay, and then how to solve it? I think the fastest way to do it is by using calculator, right? So let's pull out our calculator here. And here it is. Okay, let's set up our calculator as equation solver. So here we will have this one, set up this button, and then number Two variables is number 1. Okay, so let's plug the coefficient. So I'll have 7 minus 4, and then good, and then we will have minus 1, and then 3, and then 175. Okay, so I will have V0 is 50 volt, right? Because that is the X value. So I will have VO is equal to 50 volt. And what is V1 then? V1 is the Y value, right? So we will have 75 volt. Okay, that is the result by solving equation number 1 and equation number 2. But then the question is asking us about V0 here. So I will have V0 here. We already have it, which is 50 volt. Okay, let's put that into a box and highlight that because this is the final answer for this question. Okay, hopefully I did not get any mistakes in my calculation. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye.